guys, this is Davor from Tennis House. Today I want to go through something I saw in one of my lessons, and it's on both sides, forehand and backhand. If you're one of the players that doesn't let the racket head take over after some point, this video is for you guys. So if you like what we do, please subscribe and turn on the notifications button. So like the biomechanics of the forehand, I don't want to go through it again. Most of you know it, and what I wanted to talk about is today in my lesson, I had a girl and she was doing everything right. She was going, turning, hands were on the racket hard. She dropped the racket, the butt cap was leading, right? And now what she did is the butt cap was here, she hit the ball, and then she went straight around. So the racket head actually never took over and never accelerated. So the same happened on the backhand. So she went, turned, dropped the racket, butt cap was going forward, butt cap was still in front, and then she was going around. And she was complaining that she hits a lot of balls out and framed it. So how I explained that to her is, and that's why I want to do this video, if you're one of the players that doesn't use the wrist in a healthy way, what I mean with that, it is not all the shot is wrist, right? But when you look at the biomechanics, when you turn here, the racket, some players take the racket down here, like Roger Novak has it here, right? So way far around. So when you here, drop the racket, the butt cap is leading. And now how I try to explain it to her, if you look in slow-mo, the butt cap goes, then the racket catches up, right? So now the racket head and the butt cap almost at the same level. And then the racket head takes over and you go around. And it's important because I still see that a lot of times that players windshield wiper like crazy, and that the butt cap is leading all the way. So a lot of power comes from the loose arm, loose wrist. If you're stiff, if 0 is dropping the racket and 10 is breaking, that how much you squeeze it, you go to 2.5, so you barely squeeze it, right? So because you want the racket head to work for you, and a couple of things you can do is you can start with 4 fingers on the racket. You hit a couple of forehands, then with 3 you hit a couple, then you hit with 2, and you see now if you only have those 2 fingers on there, you're most likely just going to let the racket head go and flow with the shot, right? Another thing what I like to do with players is when they're too stiff here or the butt cap is leading, like to let them create the swoosh sound. When you listen to it now, that when you create that much power, the racket head has to go through. You can't go like this. And yeah, how we fix that is, talking about it, showing her in the video. And the other thing is, when she gets to this position, butt cap in front, butt cap and racket head even, and then racket head takes over. So everybody uses a different wordage that worked with her, and then she started to hit more through the ball, and she said the ball flows more off the racket, and she doesn't have to do so much. She feels like she's using less muscle power. So if you are one of the players that do that, please make sure that the racket head catches up and the racket head takes over. And always, no matter who you are, the main action from here till here to the contact, from here to here, is the same. The take back and the finishes are different for every player, right? But this, you have to make sure the racket head catches up, and then the racket head goes up, and you always have a little extension through, and then you finish a shot. So, and if you like what we do, please take a second to subscribe, share the video with some friends, and thank you guys for your time.